Solely Curious here, and this week on Apple Arcade we have one new game to talk about, and Populus Run. We also have updates to two games titled Rayman Mini and Royale. Lastly, we have a full review of both of the new games from last week titled Spire Blast and Nuts, a surveillance mystery. Guys, gals, we have a ton to talk about, so let's go on with the show. First, let's talk about the new game that just arrived to the service. Populus Run is like a mixture between the super popular Fall Guys and the Runner series. At its core, it's a multiplayer 3D platformer, but instead of running with other people online, you're running with characters that you find throughout the levels. As you run through the levels, you pick up more and more people, which you'll need because as you try to dodge giant fast food, avoid getting hit by other things, and slide down pipes that are covered in traps, you'll continually lose people. Sounds like friendship. Anyway, there are some objectives to each level, including the amount of people that cross the finish line with you, how many donut coins you pick up, and how many secrets you find throughout the levels. The music is really good and added a ton to the gameplay and environment. It appears that you start the game with 20 levels to get through, with many more coming in the near future. You can 3-star each level, so that's going to provide some replayability for you. The only thing we don't like is that they let you go to the next level by just finishing it. It would be better if they wouldn't let you get to the next level unless you at least get 1 star. At first impressions, the game is amazing in all aspects, but we'll have our full review next week. Alright, up next, let's talk about the updates that come to both Rayman Mini and Royale. Rayman Mini is a lot like Rayman Legends, but instead of being able to control every direction that you move, it's kind of a mixture between an auto runner and regular platformer. You control while Rayman runs, but when you swipe one way, it automatically runs that way without stopping. The same thing happens when you swipe the other way. It's a cool game with great platforming, great action, and you collect things like regular coins and secret coins. It's a decent game, but Rayman Adventures might be better, so be sure to download that on the App Store as well. In this latest update, Mr. Dark is back, and he'll give you new contracts every day, in any game mode. Royale is a battle royale game with cartoon-like characters and weapons that can be considered as food-based. It's basically a huge food fight on really nice top-down open-world maps with cool-looking weapons and characters that you can play with online. If you're looking for a great online multiplayer game, this is the one to play. In this latest update, they've added spices that give you passive bonuses in battle, and they've added new time-limited game modes. Lastly, let's do short reviews of the two games that released last week. First up is Spire Blast. This was the game we were most interested in last week, not because it was great, but because it was a nice, relaxing puzzle game. Well, that pretty much is what it is. We played half of the game that's available, and it didn't provide too much of a challenge for us. Maybe the levels get tougher as you keep going through the game. Also, not much change from last week, except that we were given an extra challenge to break apart boxes with wooden circles in between them. We still got the other challenges on every level, including some more appearances by our favorite dragon friend. We also got another power-up that changes a whole side of the wall one color. That's really helpful. You also have to be really careful how and when you rotate the tire, because inertia will ruin your tire and your chances of completing the level in the best way possible. All in all, it doesn't do anything out of the ordinary, but it's fun to play. It looks like it could totally be a free-to-play game that happened to be picked up by Apple for the service, but with that said, it gets our general D-Live HD approval rating. Nuts, a surveillance mystery, was unlike anything we've played before. The graphics are really cool. They have this monochromatic color scheme that permeates the whole world. Though simple in color, they change based on the time of day, so it's a nice differentiator and keeps the monotony to a minimum. The objective of the game is split into two parts. During the day, you explore the environment, check out your surrounding, and plant cameras around the section of the map where you think the squirrels are running to. The squirrels on this land has been behaving very strangely, and it's your job to find out what's happening. During the night is when things get really interesting because that's when we get to watch the footage of the squirrels from our trailer. Some of the controllers or the screens are really easy to get to, like the record button, the print button, and the play and rewind button. But then there are some buttons that are really hard to use, like the camera movement and zoom buttons. They were made too small to be able to control properly. It would be nice if there was a zoom function for that part of the game. All in all though, the concept is really cool and very different. So because of that, this game is definitely D-Life HD approved. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts on this week's new game and update. Let us know what you're playing in the comments below. We love talking to you guys. You can also talk to us even more in our Discord server. Info will be in the video description. Remember to like and subscribe for more videos like these. Lastly, check out our Twitter account for gameplay of the latest releases, but most importantly, remember to always stay one up.